Get all our videos in the near future, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell now.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we be upstanding to receive the President? Your Excellencies, you're welcome. You're welcome to the G-25 Africa Coffee Summit.
Robusta coffee, what we call emwanyi, is indigenous to Uganda. And in the past, we used to use it to perform ceremonial functions, religious functions of brotherhood and so on. Coffee is not a food, but a beverage. Although I hear it has also got some carbohydrates and some proteins. So there's some element of feeding in it. But nevertheless, that beverage is quite useful as a stimulant that is friendly to the human body. Especially people in the cold countries need this stimulant. It is the richer people, apparently, in the world that can afford to buy coffee. We here in Uganda didn't know that coffee was a rich man's beverage. Because we have it here, we take it for granted. But when I went to other countries, they said, no, for us, we can't afford coffee. We drink tea. Apparently, people with less incomes tend to drink tea, another beverage which we produce a lot here in Uganda. Some years ago, the global demand of coffee was 118 million bags, 60 kilograms. 118 million bags of 60 kilograms each. I hear that the global demand has now gone to 160 million or more, 60 kilogram bags. This trend will therefore be good for the coffee producing countries like Uganda. The fact that the demand for coffee is growing should be good for us, we here, and those who are not here, the Brazil, Colombia, all those other people, Vietnam, Indonesia, etc. The coffee-producing countries of the whole world, we here and those who are not here, only take US dollars 25 billion. That's where there's a problem. The coffee value in the world, 460 billion. But all the coffee-growing countries of the world, they share only $25 billion. Now, this is part of the iniquities of the present global parasitic system. In the last 60 years, I have been involved in the struggle against this modern slavery for Africa. If you take the whole spectrum of raw materials from agriculture, from minerals, from forest products, etc., the loss to Africa is massive. However, in many sectors, including the coffee sector, we are still losing a lot of money and jobs on account of this distortion. That is why I banned completely, some years ago, the export of unprocessed minerals. I banned them. I'm not popular in some areas. I'm not popular in some areas, but God is my savior. I'm not bothered. Therefore, we, the raw materials producers, need to conduct internal struggles in our respective countries to add value to these raw materials, including coffee, so that we earn more from our sweat and create more jobs for the Mediterranean going to Europe. We also need to sensitize our partners in the countries that have been buying our raw materials at same slave prices, that their economics is defective. What will the USA or Europe or Asia lose if Africa sells added value coffee to them instead of the raw materials, of the raw material form, and earn more money? What if the value addition is done to other raw materials like copper, gold, iron ore, lithium, etc.? Money to Africa will mean higher purchasing power for Africa. The Africans who now lack electricity will be able to afford to pay for electricity. Where will the turbines come from, the ones for generating the electricity? Will they not come from Europe, USA, Russia, China, or from other partners?
In this regard, I would like to propose to include in our declaration supporting a united and coordinated promotion of African coffee and fair price for the product at the global market, as well as requesting and encouraging international coffee trading companies to support coffee-producing African farmers technically and financially in the value addition process. As I conclude, I would like to express my total agreement with you, Mr. President, when you talked about the other wealth and resources that Africa has. What applies to coffee, what we are trying to do to coffee, applies to the other raw materials that we have. The world could be only a better place if we have our share in that.
I would also like to thank the head of states, governments, ministers, and distinguished delegates for your presence here today. This is a testament to solidarity and commitment to pursue our common goal to find solutions for the development of the African coffee sector. For centuries, coffee has been a source of inspiration, a catalyst for conversation, and a symbol of hospitality. Moreover, it has been a valuable economic commodity that supports the livelihoods of millions in our continent. The G-25 African Coffee Summit was created on 18 November 2021 under the auspices of the Inter-African Coffee Organization to reevaluate the overall performance of the coffee sector in Africa.